So when we last left off, you all had been captured by the Xerxians after Hastian had revealed himself to be a spy amongst your midst. They swiftly breached and took you all prisoner. However, it was not too long before you had made a daring escape with the aid of both Odub and Donnie's, let's shall we say, ravenous hunger. It is because of this you all were able to make your way out of the jail cells, regain not only your equipment but your crew. And you picked up a few stragglers along the way as well. And as you made your ways out into the streets, the guard on high alert, a lockdown in place, making your every move difficult. And in this moment of trial, Miko had taken it upon himself to become a distraction so that the rest of you could make a clean getaway, or at least attempt to do so. And through various efforts, he succeeded in this goal. You all were able to reach your ship and get aboard. Unfortunately, Miko did not rejoin you on the ship. And time was up, as the full might of the Xerixian Empire was bearing down at you as their flagship, Star Moth, had appeared in the sky, and the Prince's Solar Dragon along with it. Their forces barreling down on you, you are all taken away from this scene. And through a daring chase, you managed to get away into the silvery mists of the Astral Sea. We now regroup with your adventuring party, as you all now have a moment to reflect on what has happened, to discuss, to plan, to figure out what it is you're to do next. And as we all enter in on the scene, on the deck of the Second Wind, we all see you there. You and your companions all. And I will let you all take over now.
I say, this rather went rather poorly, didn't it?
Indeed it did. Damn it.
Didn't actually expect the little bloke not to make it back. I mean, he always seemed to have the devil's luck on his side.
Everyone's luck runs out eventually.
Can't help but feel that we should have done more. Feel like I would be plagued with what ifs.
I don't know if we could have actually done more, Lucius, but I don't know. This was more than we could handle. Honestly, this rebellion thing seems to be getting out of hand. I mean, what do we even do from here?
Nothing to do but to keep going. Can't exactly stop now.
I mean, perhaps, but we have decisions to make and locations to discuss. And with down a man, we have to decide what to figure out how to move forward.
Indeed.
Honestly, even though we don't have the body, we should probably give Miko a funeral as well.
I agree.
I'm going to go see if I can find the princess and see what she's planning with all this mess.
It's easy enough. She's just on the other side of the deck right now. Everyone's just kind of still getting their bearings as the adrenaline's still kind of running through your veins, but it's starting to wear off a bit at this point. You go up to her, I assume?
Yeah.
She looks at you and she says, "Greetings, Winchester." And you look upon her face and she's kind of like looking down as you see her thinking and trying to find the words. I want to say thank you to you all, and I am very sorry for the loss of a good man today.
Winchester's eyebrow just twitches. Madam, he was more than just a good man. He was our friend. And I know that you say you feel bad for it, but this situation couldn't have gotten much worse, could it? So what is your plan from here on out?
Well, as Adonis has said, we need to gather allies. My current plan is, if you're all still willing to help me in this endeavor, to right what has been wronged and reclaim this empire from the evil clutches that hold it tight right now. We find allies. We already have a list of several that could be persuaded to join our cause. Time is limited, though, if we wish to save your planet as well. Or his planet.
Indeed. Did anybody join Winchester over to this point, or is everybody just standing over the other side of the ship still?
Lucius joins.
He will turn to Lucius. Honestly, Lucius, I mean, this is your dynasty and all that. But honestly, I believe our best course is to save Miko's homeworld. At this point, that's all I really care about. I owe it to the little blater.
I understand. I agree, but it won't be easy.
Of course not, but there's this seed thing we were told about, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
My
and
father gave me the notes of his research about it, so we
That-
could dismantle it.
and as you're saying that, Adonis just kind of like pick himself up and is kind of leaning against the crate that's on the deck, and he says, "Yes, I could be of help with that. Give me a few days' time. I'm sure we'll have the time to as we travel to recover. But yes, depending on where we think our next move is, Lucius, I can help you study or go to the planet myself. But it's still all up in the air, I suppose, to what we are doing. Captain Grimzod comes over and says, "Well, I don't know about you, but I think that we cannot let the sacrifice of our comrade go to waste now, can we? This is war, and men are bound to die in war. But we should not allow their sacrifices to go unanswered."
God. Winchester just kind of looks at him and goes, "This isn't war. This is war crimes. Miko was only involved in this because of this pathetic empire's ability to try to destroy a planet. At this point, this is vengeance."
If it weren't for the mask that he wears, you would kind of see a smile crack beneath his face as he says, "And I can think of no noble purpose than to take vengeance out on those most deserving."
Yes, well, I intend to make sure that this prince meets a very nasty end.
The princess pipes up and says, "Only if I do not see to it first."
In any case, we will have to gather our stuffs and supplies. We have 2 ships. Perhaps we should split this up. Divide and move forward.
Indeed.
Crux says, "I think that's a very good idea. Divide and conquer, all that." Yes, I don't. In terms of how we're divvying up our crews, we should probably discuss this and where we're going to go and all that. Probably a good idea to gather everyone, make sure everyone's part of this conversation.
Perhaps that's best for the time being. He's got to look over. What's Donnie and Vera doing?
Vera is just like looking out. Are we on the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Off the side of the ship, yeah. Just like chilling.
Donnie's just absent-mindedly standing there, just like quietly listening.
In any case, we should gather ourselves together, as we said, discuss the thing. Though I know what I plan to do, regardless of the matter. Lucius, if you'll join me, I'll gather our companions.
Of course.
Alright. You start to gather everyone. Even Fel comes out for this. The only person who seems like who doesn't initially respond to your call is you see Odub kind of sitting below deck, and he's kind of like he's staring at a wall.
Lucius will go get Odub.
You approach him, he doesn't really seem to respond, just to the sound of your footsteps approaching.
Odub, you okay?
And for the first time since you've met him, you don't get a response in your mind in the forms of word. You just feel sadness kind of overtake you for a moment.
Odub. And then he'll gently like touch his shoulder to get it, or like he'll kneel down and touch his shoulder. I know. I'll miss him too.
You hear in your mind, Miko first friend in long time. Miko, Odub not friends with anyone if Miko not make friends first.
I know, buddy. He did seem to have that kind of personality that was just sort of magnetic and attract everybody to him.
Oh, Dub missed Miko already.
I know, buddy.
He
know that- Oh, sorry. Continue.
he kind of like turns around and you can see he has absolutely been crying. Like he is a very sad bird right now.
I'm gonna open up my arms to him.
He gives you a hug.
I just hold the sad little bird. I know, buddy. Whenever you're ready, we're having a meeting up front, okay?
He kind of like wipes his eyes, and normally he lets his goggles kind of like sit on his head. He just kind of puts them over his eyes though this time, as he kind of walks out.
Hold on. And then he'll follow him out, up to the front, or top, whatever.
To the deck.
Yeah.
Alright. You and ODub are the last to join the group as you all kind of convene with each other. Commodore Crux kind of goes, right, thank you all for coming. Obviously a lot has happened. And today we say goodbye to a good friend of ours. If anyone would like to speak on his behalf, I would ask you to now.
Winchester will step forward. I'd like to say that I did meet young Miko in perhaps the most unorthodox of situations. Our two ships crashed into each other, and it was a time of tragedy for both of us. Miko lost much of his crew, and I had lost my lifetime manservant at the time. But despite that tragedy that befell both, Miko and I seem to have connected in a way of friendship and camaraderie that I seldom have felt with others in my life. His curiosity and willingness to move forward is fantastic, and the way he does all things is great. Despite only have known him for a short time, he moved my way forward and really helped define me as a hunter and a gentleman. As this is a difficult time, I would like to hear words from any others who would like to speak on his behalf as well.
I'll say something. Lucius will step forward. Miko always seemed to see the brighter side of things. He truly had this magnetic aura to him that always just drew people towards him. I know that he will be missed greatly. He is a great man that aspired to be a great pirate, and I think he did just that. I'm happy to have called him my friend. May he rest in peace. Would anybody else like to say something?
Dub steps forward and he just says, Miko, good friend. Miko, first friend in a long time. Miko, good person. Odub not have words to say all things Miko was. But Miko best. Best of us all. And the guy steps back.
There were some beautiful words, Odub.
And nods. Veronata and Donnie, either of you have words you would like to speak?
No.
Nah, Donnie's just gonna just watch.
Alright.
Well, I suppose with that said, I mean, one thing I know, since we don't have anything actually of Miko's with him, since the poor lad was taken from us, but you know what? Just because I can't imagine he had it on him, Winchester. So I'll let you decide this, Eric. Would have Miko left his book in the ship?
Of course.
So Winchester will pull out the book of the Dread Pirate Roberts. This was always his favorite. That's what inspired him to be an adventurer and seek his thrills. And this is all we have left to remember him by. I say we will... He best to do so is... a thing that will remain with us, but I would read a passage from his book. And he starts reading a passage randomly.
You know what? Heath, pull up The Princess Bride and just read me a random passage.
There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Oh, that's a bad one.
Just imagine pulls out a book. It's like, you fool! You fall in front of one of the most classic blunders!
Yes, it's alright.
Is this a kissing scene? Gross.
My way's not very sportsmanlike. And does anybody want a peanut?
In my wedge.
In my wedge.
You
Beware
start
of
reading
the
off.
ROSTs. For they are in
just
the
keep-
woods.
You just keep jumping between random passages, and then it's just kind of like eroding everyone's like opinion of like, okay, why did Miko see so much faith in this book?
Okay, it's not a good story if you just watch it in clips, okay?
At least us forget, never get in a contest with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Odom just leans over to Veronata. It's just like, what's Sicilian?
I have no idea.
I think it's a pizza.
A pizza? Odom not know what pizza is.
I'm not sure myself, but I've heard about it once. I think it's good.
Yeah. Let's have pizza in Miko memory.
Do you know how to make pizza?
No,
Okay, me neither.
we find someone.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
And,
I'll teach you later, but this isn't the time, guys. Come on.
and finally, well, this is odd. There's a shortage of perfect breasts in the world, and it would be a pity to damage yours. What sort of book is this?
Amen. Amen.
Princess
He was a
Adali is like,
16-year-old boy, for sure.
Princess Adali just goes,
She goes silent.
Michael, did you die again?
Yeah, he did.
You did. Every game!
Yay.
Damn, we need to have like a bingo card, and every time we have it, or like we call that out, like one of the squares or like the free spot has to be Michael crashes.
Yeah, pretty much. But where does he crash? Usually combat. Today it was. He's always right before he's about to make a big scene, too, right?
Yeah.
Like every time it's something important, he gets cut out.
Oh my god. Okay. What is it? We're looking at dice towers because a dice tower that I bought broke. Fine, they broke because I'm sad. So my friend is printing out me a new one, and she found one that is literally just a Crown Royale bottle.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
And she uses. It's so funny. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby's awake. He's the baby.
Love her little
I'm
baby.
sorry, she's sad too. She loved
No.
the monkey.
Sorry about that.
No worries, Michael. We'll fill out our checkbox in the bingo card.
I want to get my computer fixed one day, and then just you will have no bingo card. Anyway, Princess Adali does just pipe up after you're done reading your passages, and she just goes, "I'm very concerned about what passes for literature on this tour room, but nevertheless, they must be saved."
Indeed, and with that being mentioned, good princess, I think we need to discuss what we all plan to do next. And I, for one, intend to go back to Toriel and save Miko's home world. I'm sure he still has parents and loved ones there that he would rather us protect.
I think that is wise. We should absolutely divide our efforts at this point. So, that being said, I think it'd be first a good idea to figure out how we are dividing this crew.
I suppose that depends what the other crew plans to do. For example, madam, if you are planning to go meet with the Baron of the Rock Brawl, I would suggest, or Prince, whatever. The Prince of Rock Brawl, I would suggest yourself and perhaps Lucius's father to go there, since you are the most regal among us and would be able to probably persuade him the easiest.
That may not be a bad idea.
On the other hand, if we wish to go meet with the Pirate Confederation, well, we have a pirate on board.
This is true. Well, as for myself, we still have allies within the Xerixian Empire. It may not be a bad idea for me to reach out to those who are still in hiding and spread the word of our cause to see who we can persuade to join us at the most crucial of moments. That being said, though, it may not be a bad idea for us to also talk with those who are more, how should I say, unaligned with the interests of the Xerixian Empire, such as the Gith Queen herself.
Didn't even know the Gith had a queen.
No, not Gith. Gith.
Oh, Gith. Ah, yeah, sorry. God, this is going to be confusing very quickly.
Yes, it will be. I realized that the moment I'm like, man, I really shouldn't include Gith. Fuck it, whatever.
Like make one a P sound and one an F sound. The Gip, and then the GIF. I
think either way, they would like whoever got stuck with Gip would absolutely just murder you.
Have a gift named Zerai, so it's even more confusing.
Anyway, the Githyanki Queen. We'll just say Githyanki.
That'll help. That'll make a lot of difference.
I guarantee you there's a GIF named Yankee out there.
The GIF Yankee. It's just a fucking cowboy GIF.
Oh my god, I was thinking about he was like the Gith version of Daddy Yankee.
No. What's better is that they're not a Gith Yankee, they're a Gith Sarai.
No, actually what is the GIF Yankees are just the GIF baseball team.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. This is supposed to be a serious, sad moment. Anyway, she says, it may be pertinent pertinent of us to go find an alliance with the Yankee Queen, Blacketh. To which the Gith warrior that you had picked up goes, I will do my best to vouch for your eminence in this occasion, as it is clear to me that you are not like your empire suggests.
Yes, of course. To that matter, though, does anyone actually have a star map so we can plan out this?
Topolo will kind of raise her hands like, oh, well, you know, kind of my whole thing.
No, very good. Yeah, if you mind, ma'am, perhaps we could chart out our course with that.
Yeah, sure.
Now, did Michael
And
finish his homework?
This week, man, give me a break.
So just fucking with you, man.
Yeah, she kind of like starts pulling out star maps, and basically what you're seeing are just kind of like bubbles of wild space within the astral sea, right? Like, and she starts explaining it and just kind of says, it's kind of odd because, you know, physical, like, we could be traveling in the astral sea for, you know, a month and only get to like the system next door that's plotted out on our star chart here. But if we go to a, you know, systems that's like way over here, it could take a couple days. Like it's there's really very little consistency with it. Generally, though, speaking, a lot of these routes have been mapped out, and we kind of try to arrange them as best as we can. So she kind of starts going into it with you guys. And more or less, you guys have a few different options of how you want to play this out. Whoever goes to Toril, the Rocket Brawl is in that same wild space system, so it would be a lot more pertinent for you guys to hit up that one sector, like and just kind of go bap bap, right?
Yeah.
So that might be, in terms of saving time and getting more done in a shorter amount of time, that might be definitely a good spot to go with. In terms of the other things, though, it's gonna be a little harder to plan around that. Like, you're basically trying to find how many things can we get done in one system.
I mean, that makes logical sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, so Terrell, we could do 2 and 1, then we do the 2 and 1, right? So if we're going there, the Rocket Brawl is where our party also splits with.
So right now I have and I assume you guys are the ones going to Toril.
I mean, Winchester is. Nobody else has spoken up.
Okay.
Donnie will go to Terrell.
Lucius, Vera, you
It's
got
not-
opinions?
I'm just going wherever Lucius is going.
And Yosh just said they will be right back.
Okay.
Eric has dropped. Yeah, we'll give Yosh a few minutes to get back. I'm sure they're doing baby things.
Oh, I'm sure too.
I did not mean that to sound as insulting as it did.
Wow. Michael hates women. I get it.
What? No, when I said that, I'm just like,
Michael, you can't win it. Just let it slide, man. There's no way to fix it. I know what you meant, but there's just no way to say it proper or it's just not gonna dig yourself deeper.
anyway. Oh, by the way, so there's a puppy that came into work today. It was a golden retriever puppy.
Aw.
He was so cute. His paws were so big compared to the rest of him. And you wanna know what the best part was?
What?
He smelled like pancakes.
Odd.
What?
Yeah!
Bro,
It's a little golden retriever puppy who smelled like pancakes.
he was riding in maple syrup. There's no way.
No, he was clean. He was like absolutely clean and soft and just wonderful all around.
I think that's the sign of a stroke. You just start smelling pancakes, right?
No, I think that's smoke. I think you smell burning without there being
Just
like
burnt
anything.
toast. Yeah, the gag is burnt
Yeah.
toast. But yes, I was. I know the thing.
But yes, it was wonderful. Just a happy little ball of sunshine, and just like it was the biggest hit of dopamine I had gotten all year.
All year? Damn.
I mean, you're just not that far in.
Yeah. Besides, what more can you ask for than a golden retriever puppy? Like there's very few things that give you just such a hit of dopamine.
2 golden retriever puppies.
That's fair.
Basset hound
Not-
puppy. Because
Not
when they
being
trip
broke.
over their ears.
That's true. Now being
Jay,
broke.
I'm an American, and not the top 1%. Being broke is not an option. It's the default.
You ever been to someone's house that lives in a different tax bracket than you? Crazy.
You guys have houses?
Yeah,
I just
I
live in a cave with a beaver.
bro. I have a friend.
Gigamoo.
Bro has
Aww.
like,
Aww.
a 3-story house with a basement.
That's disgusting.
I mean, so do I, but...
Yeah, but you're Canadian. You get away with it.
Actually, we have a housing shortage. Somehow.
Yeah, but you're Canadian. Like, we don't hold you to the same standard. Every time I see Yoshi's token, like, I just kind of, like, see the negative space first. And so I'm just... I see it, and I'm just like, is that a Wiggler from Monster Hunter? Like, I'm not the only one who sees it, right?
I mean, I don't know the game well enough to actually identify it like that, so... no.
Hold on. Let me... I'll... Let me see here. There you go. Like... I just kind of see, like, a sad one of these.
Oh my god. I
Like-
kind of yeah.
Kinda,
Yeah, I
I
get
can
what you
kinda
mean.
see it.
Yeah, like when you see it like at first glance, and then it's just like it's kind of like far away from the screen, so I'm not like seeing the details. So I'm just kind of like seeing those like big blues.
My neck.
But yes, providing we're heading towards Toriel, then we'll probably also hit the Rock of Brawl. And you don't have anything for the other locations of convenience, right, Michael?
What do you mean by of convenience?
Like the Confederacy of Pirates and the Gith are close to each other, or the Githyanki Queen happens to be nearby, the mercenaries, that sort of thing.
Isn't the domain of the Githyanki like deep in the Astral Sea?
Yeah.
It is.
Also, I'm terrified to have an alliance with Vlaakith. Like,
Oh.
utterly fucking terrified.
I mean, to be fair, a very scary prospect. Not gonna lie.
To be fair, I as a player don't trust the Githyanki. I know their history.
I'll say, Donnie doesn't know what a Githyanki is. Liam, that's a whole lot of fuck no.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
really
whole lot
don't.
of
We're,
fuck
we're,
no.
we're really teaming up with the Nazis to fight the communists here. It's not exactly a good choice.
It's a choice, though.
Listen, we were gonna be on Vlaakith's radar either way by mere existence. She is... God.
Well, out of character, I'm guessing our best bet then, if we're gonna go to the prince, is we take the princess and the dad, since they're the best diplomats. Or at least one of the two. Probably, well, actually, scratch that. We only need one of the two, because we also have Lucius, who is also diplomatic in nature.
Yeah, keep in mind though that you have to give them enough people to like. They have the same issue with you guys. Is like you need enough people to not only get there and man the ship, but also like go and do the missions. And you need to make sure those people are competent enough.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said we'd split. That's how I'm trying to split it, right? So we should split diplomat. We two diplomat. If we take Lucius, that's one diplomat. We take another diplomat. Either Lucius's dad or the queen, or the princess, right?
Right.
Which would leave. And if we're gonna go send to go get the gift to join us, that would be Crux. We would want to go do that. Being a fellow GIF, he's the best bet.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing. We were waiting for you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. My baby started to get fussy, and the only thing that was gonna calm her down was putting her in a baby harness and bouncing.
No worries. We're just discussing what to do, how to split the group.
Okay.
So, for the sake of easiness, let's put who we know is going down. So, Winchester suggests to going to,
Make crew 1 and crew 2 up at the top there for you guys. So you can categorize this.
up the top. I don't see where you put it.
Top of the
Like,
map.
just zoom
Oh,
out.
I see, yeah. Yeah, so we got crew 1 will be, so we are all obviously in crew 1.
I can't move my toe. Wait, never mind. Wait, let me try this. Nope. Okay.
I gotcha. You guys aren't getting into combat on this map, so I just dragged you all out.
Yeah, so we're definitely crew 1. So I was suggesting Winchester was suggesting we should go save the Toriel and save the planet. Right? Which also gets us by the Rock of Brawl, so we can do both those missions as our group. So
I agree.
Okay, well then that's decided then. That's everybody in. So I would say we take one diplomat. Either your dad or the princess comes with us.
I say Adonis, personally. Adonis seemed to know more about how to fix the Toril situation than the princess.
That is true.
Yeah, it's just research. Yeah.
I also do want to point out, I don't want to have a high-level sorcerer with you guys all the time.
Well, Michael, he also said we have to have someone to stay and keep the ship safe, so we're not going to be dicks about it.
I was saying, we're not gonna drag him off. If he doesn't want to come off the ship, he doesn't have to.
He wouldn't. He'd give us the location. Let's play it off that he's our goddamn he's our ship baby. He's the one telling us where the radar.
He's the guy in the chair. He's our guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Basically.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same
Yeah,
page on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Mike, I wasn't expecting you to give us a character with 7th level spells so we could just walk through the game.
Oh God, no. I mean, we could have Crux, Topola, Grimzod, and maybe.
No, hold up. First, let's okay. So move the dad into our first place. Let's do this one at a time.
Okay.
Because who we send in the other ship depends where we're sending the other ship, right?
Well,
I'll
I mean,
say
you would
we're
want
gonna-
a good heavy hitter for the other ship too.
Yes, but I'm referring to we want for starters. Let's work out what mission they're going for. Because if they're going after the gift, we want Crux over there. If they're going to get the pirates, we want the vampire guy over there, right?
Yeah, I figured that's what they were gonna go do. The pirate thing. So I was like, all right, Gargashmiel. I forget his name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so do
Grimzod.
I. Grimzod, yeah.
Grimzod Garganel.
So I would, if he's going for the pirates, then put him in crew 2. If we're going to send him off to get the pirate confederates on our side,
Okay.
right? And then
I feel like they need. Oh, sorry. Continue.
and they're going to need some fight. I'd say the Gith Yankee goes with the pirate.
Okay.
'Cause-
I will let you guys know in terms of where people would want to go. Grimzod is not going to abandon his ship.
That's fine.
Okay, just making sure that is clear.
Yeah.
And the 2 soldiers are going to go with the princess.
Princess. Yeah.
I mean,
And we'll take Odub.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say if we want to send them off with the other group, I mean, I trust Odub enough to watch them. He seems dependable.
No.
Odub
else
don't know
we
them.
got
They're a
for
bunch of
dependability?
strangers. You're gonna do that to the little boy?
I mean, we're Odub's friends, and
Fine.
we're not letting Odub off. I mean, who the hell is this?
That's
It's
Finch.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Finch. The
Yeah.
other is he.
Yeah.
He's a very minor character. He spoke to you guys like once, and that was it.
I would say,
Yeah.
he's part of Fel's crew, right?
He got possessed that one
Well, so
time
the princess
to deliver
and
a
the
message.
guards. So the princess and the guards are in group 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over here.
All right, because that's the diplomat for crew 2 to help with the pirates.
All right. You have 2 spelljammers available to you.
I
You want
mean,
Topia or Fel?
I would take Topia myself.
A wizard dress. Damn, we're gonna be a spell heavy crew.
Yeah. Well, also keep in mind, Fella's not going to leave her ship either.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So Topia might have to drive the
Well,
other
we
ship.
we could just shoot the vampire and say fuck him.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
That's not what Miko would have wanted.
I know. It's our ship now. He doesn't get a say in this.
But yeah, he said Fel wouldn't leave her ship, so that's probably that. And I was gonna say, I feel like the other crew could use their own gun wielding hippo. You gotta balance it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no good way to split it then.
Keep in mind, if you guys wanted to, you could also regroup to. At some point, you could try to like intercept each other, regroup, and exchange crews as needed.
That's fair, Michael, but again, because we don't have a map to look at, we can't plan that. Right?
Give me a rough topography.
Yeah.
I'll sketch something real quick.
Okay. So, okay, let me figure this out. Let me just make a copy of this map, and then I can.
Oh my god, he turned
Don't
into
get me
the
wrong,
dog of
but
wisdom.
it's really hard to plan out a meetup point without knowing where we are.
Okay, let me.
Or where everything is in terms. I
Yeah.
know that like the Prince of Brawl is on the way to Toriel, so that's about it.
Yeah, that's all we've got. We don't know where the GIF are. We don't know where the Pirate Confederation is.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm dragging you guys to an empty map, and we will figure this out. Because again, it was a busy week, and I forgot to make a map.
It's okay.
Okay,
We
so
get it, man.
This is the kind of
You guys
point
are
of
on
this session anyways, just to take it slow.
right, so you guys are on a blank map, yeah? With
Yes.
just stars.
Yes.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. I have a mouse, so this is gonna look rough, but so basically, let's just say Toril is this, like the sector with Toril and the Rocket Brawl is over here.
Okay.
Eh.
Michael, you could just use the
Shape,
letters
shape
in
draw.
there, right? Not the
Nope.
shape drawer. You could just use the letter drawing.
Nope, I am committing to a mistake.
You let him cook. You let him cook.
All right. So, from what information you guys can gather, the GIF are scattered. Like in terms of mercenary groups, there are plenty of GIF out there who you could potentially recruit, right? It's just whether or not you have the capital to do so. The same with any other mercenary group that you may come across. So you can basically consider them, and they're found in most wild space systems, right? It's
Yeah.
just if you want to get like the largest, bestest one, it's gonna cost you tens of thousands of gold.
I mean, we're about to
So-
save a planet. How much gold is that?
It depends on how much gold you can find on said planet.
I mean, it's
Nice.
the standard D&D world. That place is whopping rich.
I still have that one Spelljammer seat from the Mind Flayer ship.
That is also true. That
We
might
also
be...
literally have a princess with us. Like, hey, if you help us reclaim this, we could probably give you like a good amount of earnings.
Yeah, I mean, there is favors from being allowed putting the new ruler in charge. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will put for your reference then. So, this system over here, Grimzod kind of lets you know, it's like, okay, Pirate Confederation is going to be in this system on a planet. More or less, he tells you it's a more or less fairly tropical planet. and they more or less have a series of islands that they use down there to conjugate and kind of exchange information, hide when they need a place to hide. Like, he doesn't give you the full details yet, but of exactly where on that planet it is and which planet it is, but he more or less lets you know it's in this sector. So we'll put a P for pirates. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I randomly just got Sea of Thieves vibes.
Now, pirates?
Okay. The Gith are going to be in the Astral Sea, right? So it doesn't really matter where you go from in terms of physically, like what wild space system you leave. You're more or less going to get there whenever, right? Like around the same time. As you, Winchester and Commodore Crux, you guys would be well aware of the fact that there is a fairly large GIF outpost in another sector near kind of like near the wild space system of Toril. It's kind of like one of the neighboring ones. That could be a possible place you guys could go to look for GIF mercenaries. There's a fairly large sort of like lunar base that you could more or less kind of go up to, be like, hey, we have this job, how much would it be? And then, start talking to people. What other... Now I gotta remember, what were the other things we could do?
That was it, Michael.
The Gith Yankee.
Yeah, he already mentioned that. It's
Yeah,
they're in that, they don't have a system. They're in the outer void.
Yeah. Basically, it's just like...
They're a teleportation
Oh,
thing.
oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like... and then you do know that way out of the way is the Doom space system.
Well, I mean, we don't have anything to do there.
Yeah. Well, Commodore Crux has his friend who's supposedly gathering resources against the Empire. Yeah. But I would say, as far as like doing the module sort of thing, you should probably do that last.
Yeah, I was about to say, honestly, I don't think that's where we're going.
Okay, cool.
If only because, like, it's to Hellengon. Like, oh, where are we? There's another reference we need.
You guys are in the Astral Sea. I will say you're just kind of like, here somewhere,
Well, then, if we're up there, then it's an easy decision. We go there, they gotta go to the thing, and then we meet up at the pirates. Because that's the thing, right? Because we're even splits to these systems, and then we're about even splits to the pirates.
So you guys are gonna, so you'll send them off to go to the GIF, and then meet up at the pirates thing, potentially swap crews, and then whoever is not part of your crew can go to the GIF Yankee.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we go do the final module part up here.
Yes. Because that is a very important thing that you'll need to do.
I figured.
Alright. Well,
Plus,
that
with
being
the
said-
princess going to the gift, she's the most likely to be able to say, I'm a princess, I can pay you a shit ton. This is kind of for her anyways. Like, we shouldn't be footing the bill for this. We don't get anything out of this.
Fair enough. Okay, so with your plans being settled, you all return to your various ships. Now, in terms of splitting your crew.
Well, if we're meeting up with the pirates, we'll take the vampire guy, because we want his ship, because I'd rather have Topola.
Okay,
And that makes it easy, because then the hippo goes with the other his ship, so he doesn't have to leave his ship. And he's going to go with the gift with the princess, because he would be able to get the best information with them. Right?
Okay.
Unless someone else has a disagreement with that.
That's fine.
We ball.
Okay, so right now, as it is stacked, Crew 1 is the players. You're going to take Adonis, Odub, Topola, and Grimzod with you. And you will be then taking the second wind. Crew 2 is going to be the princess, the 2 guards you picked up, Commodore Crux, Fell, Finch, and the Githyanki warrior.
They're taking the second one. Is it the second one, the ship we originally rode on?
You're
Yeah,
right,
with
I'm
the
sorry.
two-
I'm sorry, I meant the last breath.
Okay. Doesn't help that they keep naming it after frickin' air.
I know! I hate it! I read that, I'm like, this is so stupid, but alright! I'm like, I'm gonna get these mixed up all the fucking time, aren't I? And you know
We're
what?
gonna find we're gonna find a ship called Asthma. And we're gonna just be panicking the entire time.
Oh, this is my ship, tuberculosis.
No!
Ah, yes.
Okay,
lung
well, I
cancer.
think we just named the ship when we get our own, guys. It's the tuberculosis.
Please don't. I will give you guys like I don't know. If I give you a
Welcome to
cool,
my glorious ship, Scurvy.
oh please no,
The MD tuberculosis.
stop.
Behold, my beauty, stage 4 lung cancer.
These are our dinghies, the coughing fits.
Anyway,
Yeah. Behave or you're going on bronchitis.
please stop. My poor little heart.
That's all I can find, Michael. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist I couldn't resist.
One of my ancestors died of tuberculosis.
Oh, no.
God.
It's in your blood.
Anyway, so yeah, that seems to be the best split for the crew then.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. Kind of nods agreement among the crew. Yeah. If someone wants to just give me a general insight check real quick.
I'll do it. Oh, I forgot to turn off that. My bad.
Well, it's still 15 regardless.
I just hit the first roll.
Good.
Alright, 15. Yeah. Lucius, you specifically are looking at your father, and he seems a little anxious right now. And he kind of seems like he is torn in a way. Everyone else
Father?
seems more or less satisfied, but he's the only one who's a little torn.
Father, is everything okay?
What? Yes, of course. I'm just pondering things.
What ails you?
I'm merely concerned. I don't know. I'm happy you want me on your crew. Yes. I just fear for the princess. As there's not many among her rank that command the arcane.
Well, to be frank, when dealing with the gift, less magic is better. They're not exactly the most fond of it.
I suppose it's fair, but still. In case something goes wrong, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the only other arcane person here is you. Because Toppola's gotta pilot the ship.
Yes, and it's just my concern, is all.
Isn't what's her faith also arcane because she pilots the ship?
Yes, Fel is arcane.
Yeah. And isn't the princess arcane?
To an extent, it's more she has innate spellcasting, not
Oh.
she's not like a class. Like she has a couple spells she can do like once or twice a day.
Okay, I thought
That's
she was a sorceress.
No,
I thought that was part of the bloodline thing.
No. Yeah, she just has a couple spells she can cast. She's not a full blown like.
And they also have a giant twee.
I suppose that's comforting, but if you are all satisfied with this, you will hear no complaints from me. In truth, would like to spend some time with my son. It's just.
The fact of the matter is, the bigger issue is we need you for the purposes of telling us what the fuck's going on with this goddamn seed you created.
Yes.
Jester, please mind your tongue when speaking to my father.
Lucius, in all truth and honesty, I doubt I'm a duke after this.
It's a matter of respect.
If I have owed any, then I'm sure it'll be given. Still, I appreciate the gesture. But regardless, yes, Lucius, I shall. Yeah, assuming that my body is not ready by the time we get to Torin, I will do my best over these next few days to instruct you on the proper usage of the arcane to set our trap. Now, if everyone else is satisfied, then I believe we shall be off. It is at this point Princess Sadali comes up to your crew, and she says, "Once again, I'd like to thank all of you for your sacrifices that you have made, and the sacrifices of Mika. I am fortunate and glad to have you at my side for whatever reasons you may hold. And with any luck, we shall be seeing each other soon, both with new allies. So, is there anything I can offer you before you take off? I do not have much. But should you need something that is within my power to give, I shall give it to you freely."
Don't take this the wrong way, but what could you possibly give us?
Well, it's going. I'm really just meant. Did you want to ask me anything before I leave?
When Chester looks over at the others and shrugs.
I got nothing.
I don't suppose you got a royal seal that we could use for the purposes of speaking with the prince?
Prince of the Rock of Rome? None that I think he'd recognize.
Ah, very well then. Then I guess nothing.
Very well. May the light of Zerixus watch over you, whatever comfort that may or may not bring you. It is my most sincere hope that you return with good news.
Be safe on your travels.
To you as well.
We'll try.
Yet, in any case, I suppose we have to gather our things and prepare ourselves to move forward.
Indeed. And you guys will spend a little time gathering your things, moving them from one ship to another. The Last Breath has not had much time to recover from her last battle, so to speak.
That's a good thing we got a penguin mechanic then.
Indeed. Yes. It will definitely take time to get her back into fighting spirits. But you do have a long trek ahead of you. To get from Toril, from the wild space system of Toril to where you are right now, it would approximately be about 10 days journey to get into the system and about another day to get to the planet.
So 11 days.
Indeed.
So we get all our hit dice back. Woo!
We do! We're fully healed!
Oh yeah.
Alright.
How much hours do I get in on my designated driver status?
Last time we had about this stretch, I'd said 10, so we'll go with another 10.
Okay. 10 more and I can fly this baby on my own.
Alright.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you allow warlocks and sorcerers and stuff to switch out a spell.
Yes,
Per long rest. So you have basically your entire spell list if we're doing 11 days. Unless something happens between then.
I would say I'm thinking of swapping something out. When I get a definitive answer, I will say.
Yeah, but you can swap out one spell per long rest. So, as your two ships start to drift off in different directions, you look back, look towards some of the friends and, for lack of a better word, allies you've made. Look at your own crew and, with heavy hearts, you set forth, determined to make the most of this. Now, we're going to, at this point, you guys can, take your rest for a few days. Do what you will. I will ask you all we'll take a 10-minute break here. And then I will ask you all, what do you do for this stretch of journey? Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sure.
Okay. Meet you guys back in 10 minutes. Because I have to pee.
Have a good one.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Go piss boy.
Woo!
Hmm. God, part of me wants to swap out Shadow of Moyle because I haven't gotten that eye yet, and I don't want to have my 4th level be just something I can't use until I get a spell component.
I mean, you can always
Wait,
switch it back
wait.
after you get the eye, right?
True.
What happened to the one eye you bought in the beginning of the campaign? I thought.
That is not enough gold,
Yeah,
and it's also not specifically what I need.
Okay.
yeah.
Shadow of Moyle specifically needs an undead eyeball encased in a gem worth 150.
Well,
The
we're about
eye
to.
I bought was also less, not undead, and is in my eye socket.
So we're about to go into the Underdark. So chances are we'll find something for you there.
I am curious. I don't know if I would switch out anything. I know we're about to go. We're gonna go to the Prince of Rocket Ball first, right?
I feel like I should swap
Mm,
out a couple spells.
I don't know what we're doing first, actually.
Oh.
It depends which is first closest.
Oh, well, I thought Rocket Brawl was closest because like.
No,
remember
it's just
we
the
went
same
from-
system.
Oh, okay.
Like they're near each other. That like
You
we
can
can
either
do
hit it on
both.
the way there or hit it on the way out.
Yeah, like that's it. But that's what I mean. I don't know which is the first. It depends which planet's first as far as like closeness goes, right?
True. Because I was gonna say it's like I have like. I mean, I guess for like diplomatic purposes, but like as I was reading the spell, I was like, oh, I don't know if this will work, but I have Charm Person.
I would
haven't
not
used
use
it.
that in a diplomatic
Yeah.
situation
They
because if
know
it
they're
fails,
charmed
yeah,
after.
Yeah.
which would defeat the whole purpose of the diplomacy.
This is true. That's how I was like, oh, like I got it thinking I was like, yeah, this will help us in like political situations, I think. And then I read the spell description afterwards. I was like, oh, I don't think that'll help me much.
It's
No, it's
used mainly to be like, hey, buddy, just look the other way, and then you look the other way and you run like hell.
yeah, or
for
like
that minute
infiltrating a
until
base, or like there's ways to use it, but it's actually more infiltration, not for like manipulation.
Okay, that's fair. I could be like my papa and have magic missile.
You
But
could.
only
You could
that's
also
for-
take
You
haste because
never
we
know
lost that fucking orb now.
No, we got it back. It was with my stuff.
We gave it to Miko.
I didn't give him that orb.
We gave him that orb.
What? What orb?
What?
The haste
What?
orb?
Ah,
No?
yeah, that.
We gave him the monocle, and then we because he's not a spellcaster.
You
Hey,
gave me
guys,
the haste
I-
orb so I could use haste.
Oh,
You did.
damn. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
guys,
have haste.
Yes.
do you guys want to see the puppy that smelled like pancakes?
Sure.
I guess.
We'll see him.
You're really hinging on the smell of pancakes. And it's...
Yo, listen, this dog smelled like pancakes. I don't know what you want from me.
I think you just want to eat a dog. That's what I'm thinking.
Dog eater.
I wouldn't be
Oh.
opposed to that.
You want that dog in him.
Whoa! Alrighty.
hey.
Aw.
Oh my god, what a little baby.
All right.
Right, he's so cute. Look at this monster, so big.
All right.
Bro looks like he's worrying about rent.
He's probably more worried that he's like this person thinking of eating me. I don't like this.
Yeah, he feels it. He can feel it in the aura.
He smells like
Considering
pancakes.
it-
What do you want from me?
Especially
I-
considering the fact that he's at the vet, he's probably worried about something else.
They're gonna take my balls.
Michael, I am switching out comprehend languages for dimension door because I feel like that will be useful.
That definitely would have been useful when we were in the escaping room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have it, but you know what happens.
You had it that entire time?
The whole entire time, yeah.
Damn. Damn. I'm trying to find something and I'm getting angry that I cannot find it.
I literally said that. I said that too. It's like, oh yeah, I have Dimension Door, right? But then the time I brought it up, you guys were like, no, I don't think that'd be worth using right now. And then I
Well,
just
no,
never
like
put it again.
where it would have been useful, right? Is never mind. Like there are areas it could have been useful for. It wasn't useful during the prison fight because you didn't know where we were, so you couldn't dimension door out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Probably.
more useful for like if we need to like get to a ship or if you need to like do a big like get to a top of something. There are definitely good uses for dimension door. But it is more situational.
I guess I can hold on to Shadow of Moyle. Cause I've really got with the way the entity works, I can't cast spells in it, so I have to be very particular about what spells I take.
Yeah, well, they gotta be concentration spells, generally speaking, right?
Or just buffs that last longer than a couple. But like stuff like I have Long Strider,
Yeah.
I have Mirror Image, I have stuff like that.
Does Longstrider actually... Whoa, does Longstrider upcast?
No, but I mean it's still useful. I probably should switch that out with something.
Yeah, man, like, that's a...
There's also not a lot of other good first level options, but also Warlock, so I could probably just not care.
Yeah, you don't need first level options unless you can upcast it, man. It's kind of the Warlock shtick is, like, get rid of your first level spells if they're not upcast. Because it's wasting the spell slot. It's kind of like why Shield is such a garbage spell for the Warlock to learn for fucking Hexblade. It's like, woo! I just blew a 5th level spell on Shield.
Shield gave you +5 AC for every level you upcast it for.
Yeah.
I have shield.
Good times. Good times.
I'm sorry, I just jumped in at the end of that. I just heard like, oh yeah, shield. I was like, hey, I have shield. Or I have the spell shield.
It's a very useful spell.
Yeah.
But it's very useless for a Warlock.
I could get Spirit Shroud.
Trying to remember which one Spirit Shroud is.
I get an extra D8 damage when I hit a creature within 10 feet of me.
Oh,
It denies them healing, and then I can slow people down that are around me.
It's an upcast spell, too.
Yup. I am 100% keeping one first level, and I'm keeping Armor of Agathis. That shit's been invaluable.
Oh.
Well, Armor of Agathis is like the Warlock's bread and butter, especially if you go in melee.
Very good spell.
Yeah.
Danny Dice, where'd he go? Alright, but look at that puppy! He's so happy! Well, he's not very happy, but he's very sleepy.
He's a very cute puppy.
He's very cute.
Dog.
He's very happy in that moment.
It's
Look at that.
Isn't it crazy that I think golden retrievers have a high chance of getting cancer in their older life?
Aren't like golden retrievers like one of the more like aggressive dog breeds? Surprisingly.
No. They are the least aggressive dog breed.
They are so cute, so cuddly. They're so patient, and they're just so happy and not a lot in their head.
I see. I wouldn't know. The only dogs I ever had in my life was a wiener dog that drank beer and then a giant Saint Bernard.
Nice.
Such opposite.
Say again?
I think Michael died again.
Damn. I miss the Saint Bernard. His name was Taylor, and he liked being in people's laps, even though he was massive.
How many first level spells should I have prepared?
As many as you want. Like, okay, as your type of caster, Maggie, you can switch out a first level spell and replace it with any other level you want.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean, you want at least a couple first level spells just so you can use those spell slots, but you don't have to have a minimal or a maximum.
Counterspell does not feel like a good pickup for what I'm doing. Because I'm most of the time can't cast spells.
Yeah, it doesn't really help you because you'll be in your form, right?
I'll say I have Dispel Magic, but I can't. But that one's much different use case.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Michael? You died.
No, I live. I live.
Oh, you just went silent. I was like, wait, what? What happened?
No, I
What'd
was
you
speaking
say?
the whole time.
No, you
Oh, I
weren't.
didn't hear any. Nah, there was nothing. It was silence.
We'll do Spirit Shroud.
Anyway.
sounds fun.
As I was saying, Yoshi, you got like the opposite entrum, and fuck it. You know, I'm done. Fuck it, I'm done. Speaking is over. Michael cannot do it anymore. Michael.exe has stopped responding.
Well, it looks like we're done for today.
Yeah,
No.
everyone fuck off. I'm done.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding. Please don't leave me.
But yeah, no, like 4th level, like good spells for Warlock. Let me just look at the list for you.
Okay, because the other ones I get for my subclass are as follows. I get access to Entangle, Longstrider, Blur, Enlarge Reduced, Haste, Meld into Stone, Ivard's Black Tentacles, and Stone Skin.
Yeah, no, they got a lot of your buff spells.
I was like, I already have all the buff spells I really want.
I mean, Blur's not a bad one.
Honestly, you know
Yeah.
what? I would still pick up Counterspell just because even though you may not be using it most of the time, a lot of the spells you are going to be using you already have, and there may just be a moment when you're not in your form that, like, oh shit, Fireball's here. Anyway, Counterspell, right?
Most of the time I won't have my slots because I usually want to cast Armor of Agathis and additional buff on top of it.
Wait,
So that will be
I
my
thought
makes
whenever we take a long rest, we have to like swap it with spells that we already know.
Because right now, my list is Armor of Agathis, Mirror Image, Invisibility, Haste, Dispel Magic, Spirit Shroud, Shadow of Moyle, and Dimension Door.
Mm.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't really know what else I could switch out. I mean, I'm fine with having Mirror Image. Mirror Image is like the only one because I feel like I want to get hit anyway.
I mean, you could get Summon Greater Demon.
That's a pretty fun one.
It's a concentration up for an hour.
Doesn't just dropping concentration on it make it go apeshit?
Yeah, but the way you do it is if we know there's a room full of enemies, you summon the demon and set it in there to soften them up, and then we move in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey, whoa, Bulgura be upon you. I mean, man, I wish I really want to take Darkness, but it does not seem worth it. I have Devil's Sight so I can actually see in the dark, but I don't think getting Darkness would be as beneficial as I would hope it to be.
Actually, Darkness for you, if you've got Devil Sight, actually is really good. It's because the
Well,
guy.
I mean,
Hmm?
I have a bunch of other buffs. I have either Haste, Shadow of Moyle, or Spirit Shroud to put on instead of.
Here's the advantage of Darkness for your thing. You cast it on yourself, and it basically works like invisibility. It works like a greater invis for you. Because anytime you move into combat with them, they can't see you, but you can see them. So you have advantage on all your attacks, and they have disadvantage on all attacks against you. Right? All attacks against you are a disadvantage because they can't see you. And this is the big one, you are immune from any spell that requires sight.
Yeah. The main thing I worry about is usually when we're in combat, I'm trying to run into a bunch of enemies, and I have it. If I have it on myself, you guys can't see them.
Well,
it's a very interesting use. I might pick it up because it's
yeah, but Jay, here's how you use Darkness in that situation. You walk up and hit the guy, then you walk away so we can see him again, because he can't take a reaction attack against you because he can't see you.
I'll grab Darkness.
Yeah, like it's useful because you can use it, right? Like it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's one that might not come up as often as I like it to, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Like when I play Hexblade, I almost always pick up Dark Vision and Devil Sight because that's just a fucking no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you cast Darkness on yourself when you don't use your form, then you can cast Darkness on yourself and you can shoot your Eldritch Blast from the darkness, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
This I'll say the only swaps I made were Dimension Door, Darkness, and Spirit Shroud. That's it.
Goldbeans.
Swaps. I can't speak.
All
Whenever
I
you
added.
swap spells, is it like you have to swap it with spells you already know?
No.
So you have to swap it with spells that are on your spell list. For you, that's the entirety of the cleric and sorcerer spell list. So go fucking nuts.
Plus your like
Ah.
specially wizardly ones that allow you to manipulate space-time that we went over with Michael.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I just added Bane and Invisibility.
Awesome. Just make sure you have the right number of spells known, Maggie. You'll have take the spells known on the bard spell list. Add 2 because you are a lore bard.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you have the right number of spells prepared. If that number is correct, then woohoo!
What is that number?
I don't know. I don't want to look it up.
Yeah, give me
I
a
looked
sec.
it up.
I'm already in 5e tools.
Thank
I
you.
looked it up, and it says if you're lore, it's like 11 spells known.
At 7th level, you
Yeah.
should know 10 spells, and
At
then
7th
get
level,
two-
you know 10 spells, yes.
you get 2, so you should be 12.
Yeah.
Yes. 12 total. Just keep in mind that 2 of them had to be the magical
that's-
secret you picked up.
And those ones you cannot flip out.
Yes.
The 2 you pick up for magical secrets are locked in.
So that for you, that'd be Fireball and Animate Dead, I believe.
Okay, killer.
But you pick
So-
up Animate Dead?
Yeah.
Huh. Why haven't we been using that?
Good question.
There hasn't been really an abundance of corpses that can still be reanimated because I exist.
That is very
I'm
true.
not gonna. I did think about it. I had it in there. It's like maybe if I could just enslave them for a little bit.
I mean, we had so many corpses.
I mean, I have a suggestion for Yoshi. Yoshi, do you have mass healing word?
No, I do not.
I have mass healing word.
Okay. Having
Dang,
more
yo,
than one
oh.
having more than one person with it is good.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, dude,
Yeah, I'm kidding.
honestly, if you ever get caught in melee, Spirit Guardians is actually really fucking good.
That
No,
is very good.
Spirit Guardians is killer, but as a sorcerer though, less useful.
Less useful, but still very good. Aura
Yeah.
of Vitality is a good buff spell you can just kind of put on and occasionally heal people.
So, okay, I just have an extra
Uh.
one. I just have to get rid of one.
Hold on, I'm looking through my spell list. I'm sorry.
Also, I'm also looking at Cleric. Banishment. Banishment is goated as shit.
It's really situational though, man.
It's
Like,
really situational, but when it works well.
yeah,
Just completely
but
removing someone from combat.
I know, but I mean, when it only works if you're fighting a really big tough monster. B, you hope he doesn't have a legendary resistance, right? Because if we're fighting a group and you banish one of them, the enemy's going to target you because they saw you banish one of their compatriots, right? So you become a
Yeah.
target as soon as you banish if there's more than one creature.
There's a personal favorite of mine in Stone Shape. I love Stone Shape. It has very fun applications.
You cannot use Stone Shape to make your deck bigger.
What? Huh?
Could you?
What?
Wait, we're not getting into that. All right, forget I said anything.
I'll write it down. I'll just put it
Michael,
in
you
my-
have me very confused now.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, Greater and Viz is always a good one to have. Polymorph is amazing for a sorcerer.
But will we
Really?
need that for the next thing that we're gonna go do in the Underdark and perhaps diplomatic things?
So if we're going to Underdark, are you okay with me telling you what you can do with that? for
Please, I
Polymorph?
need guidance.
So with Polymorph, right? You could take 2 of your companions, such as you and Vera. Let's say, here's a hypothetical. We are ambushed by a bunch of drow. You and Vera are surrounded, right? You have Polymorph. Twin spell Polymorph. You and Vera are now giant monkey smashing drow.
It's also a great way to mitigate being low on health, because once you get super low, you can then polymorph into another full HP bar.
Yeah, like
With,
you'll
like,
have
another
if you
80 hit
polymorph
points to
into
go
a great
through.
ape, you have 124 HP.
It's 120. I thought it was way less than that.
No, it's like 100, man. Great apes are crazy.
They're
Uh,
fucking nuts.
Yes, but you do take on the full stat block of that creature, including mental stats.
True,
So
but
you would-
great
you would-
apes
you
have
would-
an 8 intelligence, so they're not dumb. They're
I'll
giant
say
apes.
No,
that's
no.
not horrible.
No, but I'm just, pointing that out. Just be like, hey, also keep in mind your con saves are going to be affected by that.
Yeah,
Your-
your con saves, but the other
Consti's
way
gonna be better.
no, not for the sorceress.
Oh yeah, sorcerer. Yep.
But
Yeah.
what you can do though as well is like that's just the twin spell. You could also just turn Veer into a giant monkey and like go hide, right?
Also, if it comes down to it, you can point at someone and turn them into like a sheep, and
Yeah.
as long as nobody touches it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's also really good for taking out, like, say we're being attacked by a giant monster that's going to kick our ass. You can turn it into, like, a bird, and then it can't attack us for an hour.
And then we
Right.
just run the fuck away.
Yeah. It's a pretty clutch spell. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Now, I take it back. It's 157 HP for the giant ape.
I always forget how absolutely jacked that stat block is.
It also
I mean,
gets,
doesn't it?
it does 2 attacks, and they do 3d10 plus 6 damage per hit.
I was about to say it's just fucking nuts.
Yeah, it basically makes your, like, if you giant ape your party members and just launch them into the attack, you just see them rip through. Like, you could turn Donnie and Vera into giant apes, just send them into the room, and we wait till the monkeys finish before we go in and mop up. Right?
This is true. Very well. I mean, that's a lot more useful than what my gravity sinkhole's been doing so far.
Yeah.
And it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah, and you can also use it for other things, like, say we got to travel time and get out of places. Giant Giant Eagle. Yeah, but twin spell Giant Eagle. Now we have 2 creatures that can move at 150 feet per round, or 150 feet flying speed that can carry 2 creatures because they're giant. Right? Like, it's very useful.
Oh, sorry. Did I just do a blank thingy? I sure did.
You need.
My bad.
How dare you?
Ugh,
You did.
forgive me.
You have transgressed upon my sacred chat log and filled it with this garbage. Okay, so while you guys are getting that done, we're just gonna do a quick roll call. Eric, still building your character?
As mechanically is done.
Huzzah! Let me know if you want to jump into today's session. It's probably not going to go too much longer, though.
I'm okay.
Today's going to be a short session. I really just needed to know where you guys were going next.
Oh yeah, well you're also exhausted after 11 hours of work, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Damn, working hard.
I gotta
Nice.
make character art still, so feel free. We're good.
Cool beans. Keith, are you ready?
Yeah.
Donnie, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Maggie, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Lucius, are you ready? Also,
suppose.
great gift, Donnie or Jay. Just, you know
I
what?
had to.
Have a point.
Oh, I've used that
Okay,
one. That's a classic GIF.
It's a great one.
It's how you always do Eldritch Blast.
I don't know. The Eldritch Blast by Joel Cat is a pretty good one, too. But, sorry, Yoshi, you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. So,
Scared my child doing that.
I'm so sorry.
He, like squeaked.
I'm sorry.
Alright, we're good.
Okay. So, you all set off. We're going to go down the list here, and I'm going to ask each of you. I know, Winchester, you're getting your hours in. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Are there knives on this ship?
I don't know.
Michael, you there?
And we're up, Rob.
Apparently Michael was the one not ready.
Yeah, but
I was here, goddammit! I hear you! Anyway, quick bookkeeping thing. I assume you guys brought your pets aboard.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are on the
Who's
last
taking
breath.
care of my dog? Who's taking care of the pseudo
That-
dragon?
That's what I was about to ask. Who is taking care of the pseudo dragon?
I can.
I guess it's you. And like I'm thinking, I don't think it would get along well with Winchester. He's a dog person, if anything.
All right, Lucius, you
Like,
approach.
Oh, sorry.
You-
I was gonna say.
you- You approach the pseudo dragon.
Yes.
It kind of looks up at you, kind of looks around, and then you get an impression of curiosity on your mind.
I'm afraid if you're looking for Miko, he's not coming.
The curiosity presses further.
Yeah. He gave his life to ensure that a lot of people were safe. He's gone.
You feel that presence in your mind from this little tiny dragon just recede. As it just kind of lays down on its hoard. Its little hoard.
I'm sorry.
No response. But, with that little bookkeeping out of the way, though, yes, we will run down the list. You all have your pets. Everything's good. Winchester, besides getting your hours in, you up to anything, buddy?
Do they have daggers in this ship? Like, I mean, this was a pirate ship full of, pirates at one point.
Sure, we'll say you have a suitable number of daggers on board.
Fantastic. Winchester will honor Miko and grab a bunch and make a bandella full of daggers for himself.
Interesting, but alright. Easy enough.
There's a reason for this. There's sometimes you should be quiet.
Enough. Alright.
And apart from that, yeah, just getting his hours in.
Donnie, you up to anything during this 11-day travel?
Probably not. I guess maybe figuring out what the fuck his unwilling passenger's deal is after all of that.
Okay. So you look inward for a moment. And your passenger, for most of this journey, is unusually quiet. Your mind, and you kind of realize for the first time in a long time, there's a silence in your mind. Your own thoughts are allowed to exist by themselves. It's odd and a little scary, but also kind of pleasant. And around day 8 or 9, you feel the presence once more. It doesn't say anything to you initially, but you feel it is returned to you.
Like it had actually left for that period of time, and it has now decided to come back.
More so that it was dormant.
Gotcha.
It seems that, pressing it a bit, it seems that it was overextended itself in a way when you kind of let go.
Fair enough. I guess. I mean, Donnie has nothing to say to it. He's more looking inward, trying to see what it was doing, what it like, try and piece together in his mind what the fuck he saw of weird liminal space of bunch of organic material and all this stuff.
Okay. Is this something you approached the entity in? Like, is this something you asked specifically the entity in you about, or are you trying to piece things together without really talking to it?
It's weird to say, but like if it's living in his head, he's going to very much be piecing it together in his head openly and being like, "Hey, if you want to say anything, go ahead," but he's not going to like directly ask it. He's more discussing it with himself in the open air of his mind. If it feels the need to add in, he's not going to stop it.
No, it doesn't really feel the need to explain itself to you, especially unprompted.
All right.
All you really understand from that weird sort of vision you had when you let go, it just felt empty in a way, and that you were very, very much hungry. And that was a feeling that you did not realize you were missing until you felt the presence of this sort of resurface in your mind.
Fair enough.
All right. Veronata, over the course of this 11-day journey, is there anything you wish to do?
Mm, not much. A lot of contemplating and hanging out with my dog.
You contemplate. You hang out with your dog.
Mm.
And your dog seems a bit quieter. It seems like it understands something is wrong, but it does not really have the mental capacity to know what has really happened or why you were upset. It just seems to be there to try to comfort you.
Oh. Oh my god, I forgot my dog's name.
Poppy.
Poppy. Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah. I just like, oh, it's okay, Poppy. when when you live like I do, a lot of people leave your life in sudden moments. You get it's it's never easy, but it's not hard to keep living. So you just keep being you little scamp. And I just like pet him and try to comfort him.
He just kind of goes, "Arf, arf," starts wagging his tail, gets a bit more energetic. I would also like to ask you, does your seasons change at all during this time?
Mm, mm, I probably like halfway through the week, it like winter probably finally settles in.
And just so everyone's kind of aware of what that looks like, would you like to describe how Veronata acts during this time and kind of what she looks like?
Um, it's like imagine somebody who's out like who just finished like a sugar rush and now they're just like a lot more lethargic and chill. With like a kind of like an air of emptiness. She has like a lot more wintry themes, so she will be like a lot more colder if you're closer to her.
Alright. Okay. Feel free to switch your token out whenever you get the chance. Is there anything else Veronata is doing besides just, tending to your dog?
Mm. No, that's all.
Okay. Lucius, what are you doing during this time?
Um, I'd be probably with my father, catching up and getting some pointers.
Okay. Lucius, it's strange. You've known this man for a very long time, and you understand based on what he has told you, kind of like why he acted the way he did for, the majority of your life. But it's still so strange to see him. Normally, when you practice magic with him, his teaching style is more about pointing out your flaws, was more about telling you where to improve. But it's much different. There are hints of that. But you see that he's making more of an effort to reinforce where you were doing right rather than to point out what you were doing wrong. And it's a very interesting change of pace. Adonis is a very different man since last you saw him. His demeanor changed. And while he unfortunately wasn't able to get back most of his more regal attire. So he's had to kind of switch into more common clothes. And it's strange because he almost seems like a different man to you. And he seems... Roll me an insight check. Dean,
Consistent
okay.
today.
Indeed. It's pretty good consistency you got going on.
It's because I have a baby red on my chest.
It's the only way you can play D&D nowadays is with your baby.
Yeah.
You see there is kind of a happiness underneath it all that has been long absent from him. That normal down to business sort of demeanor of his kind of has melted away a good bit. And he seems like he is just enjoying sharing his craft with his son. He kind of instructs you and tutors you over the notes he gave you on how to mend the crystal, so to speak. And as you kind of get a good grasp on how to do so, he starts moving you on to different lessons. He takes you and starts showing you, between studying what you need to know to alter the crystal, he starts teaching you other things in his journal. I want you, just as a representation over this time interval, roll me an Arcana check to see how quickly you pick up on something.
Can I guidance myself?
I want to say no, because this is over the course of like the entire week. Or the
Okay.
entire 11 days.
Oh, let's go!
19. Pretty good.
Fuck it up!
He starts broadening the magic that you wield. His specialty, while he is also fluent in the gravitational forces of the universe, he is also known for a wide variety of lunar magics. And he begins passing this to you. And over the course of the 11 days, and with a 19 Arcana check, you begin to pick up on some of the more basic spells he is trying to teach you. I would like you to add to your spell list the spell Moonbeam.
Ooh, okay.
You still have to prepare it like any other spell, but it is now considered a part of your spell list.
Sorcerers don't need to prep spells?
Yeah, they do. Well, in the case of remember, because we can switch out a spell, it technically works like prepping. Remember?
It works.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a second spell or a second level spell. I was like, I should probably swap out this one since we're gonna be on a planet and not in space.
But you now have access to the spell Moonbeam.
Sick.
Is there anyone amongst your crew, and that's kind of what you are up to. I would like to ask, just during your guys' downtime, is there anyone amongst your crew you would like to talk to?
I'd want to talk to Oda and comfort him. The poor little baby bird.
Okay. One person would like to talk to Odub. Anyone else going to talk to Odub?
I suppose Winchester would as well, actually.
Okay. Anyone else wish to talk to the bird, or do I only got 2 people on this?
You got 2 from. I'm not adding in.
No, I think I'm good.
All right. All right, Lucius Winchester. You kind of see Odub, and he's hard at work. He is doing his best to mend this ship, but it is a lengthy process, as the last breath was very heavily damaged last you were aboard, and he's doing a pretty good job. We'll say this is around day 6 that this is happening. And you see him just kind of hammering away, taking out kind of rotted planks of wood and starting to break down some of the furniture for scraps as he starts putting things together. It's not pretty, but it's definitely going to get the job done.
I'm gonna say that like Lucius will just approach him with like a cup, like some snacks and some lemonade. Say, hey Oda, got time for a break?
Odub can take a break.
I'll hand him the snacks and the drinks. Looks like you're hard at work.
Odub realized Odub only one who fixed ships, so Odub out.
Did we lose Michael again?
I was about to say he cut off mid sentence.
Odub fucking phases out of reality.
No, not our Otub.
Oh, Michael.
Poor Michael. He fucking can't win
Yeah.
tonight. It's the other we're making it short today. This is 3 times now.
Score can kiss pale white ass. Anyway, Odub was just saying, when you ask him, is he hard at work? Odub's just going, yeah, Odub realized Odub only one fixing ships, so Odub try his best.
Sorry, I'd do more if I knew more, but it's not my specialty.
It alright. Everyone have job. Odub job is to fix ship. And bike. And other things Winchester break.
But you're doing a splendid job at it, I must say.
Thank you. Odub do best. Odub best at building. And fixing. Mainly fixing.
Indeed you are.
Odub yet to know who white hair elf that join us.
Oh, that's my
No one
dad.
Lucius has dad?
Yeah. He's a very old man.
Looks at you. Goes, don't see family resemblance, but Odub trusts you.
I look more like my mother.
It's fair. Odub not look like Odub mom.
Which should be sometimes. But he's really nice once you get to know him. Oh my goodness.
I think you cut out for a second. What'd you say?
But he's really nice once you get to know him.
Are you describing your dad?
Yes.
Okay. What's the last thing you heard me say?
I just heard an unholy screech.
Okay, what's the last thing you heard me say?
It's like Odub looks more like his mom.
No, Odub said he does not look like his mom.
Oh. Well, it'd be like that sometimes. I'm sure you look like your father, right?
He just shrugs. Odub not know, father.
Oh. Well, I am sorry to hear that. You missed out on how great of a person you turned out to be.
Is alright. Odub not know Odub family. Odub know Odub mom.
See, I remember you mentioned before that you had siblings that you'd never met.
Oh, Odub not have siblings. Odub, it. No, Odub Dorwar. Yes?
Yes.
Odub egg sold to mom. Odub mom not know Odub egg had Odub in it. Odub egg ought to be blank. Odub mom purchased Odub egg from Dorwar traders. Odub mom very surprised when Odub hatched from Odub egg.
I imagine.
So
But I'm sure
Odub,
she considered you a pleasant surprise.
she say so. So Odub mom took care. So Odub mom became Odub's mom.
I see.
Nice lady, full of scales.
Oh. Well, she sounds like a lovely lady, I'm sure.
Odub mom best. She very nice. She take care of Odub until Odub grow up a bit. But then she leave.
I see. Well, I'm sure she had her reasons for leaving. My mother left me when I was a young age, too. I didn't find out the reasoning until just recently, actually.
No, like she leave like Miko leave.
Oh. I see. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Odub bad at speaking. Odub never learned how to. I just kind of like gestures his mind back and forth, like his head against, like he gestures to his head and then your head and kind of does that back and forth.
You mean only just to communicate telepathically?
He nods. He says, Odub not born with ability to speak, so Odub use mental speak. Odub never learned how. Good.
I see. So you don't have the capability physically to speak? Or you just don't know how?
Not with voice, with mind, but Odub not good at speaking with mind. Odub not have teacher.
See. Well, if you'd like, I can teach you a little bit. I mean, I'm not telepathic or anything, but I can teach you basic words. So you can broaden your vocabulary.
He kind of pauses for a moment as he's just thinking. Odub know lots of words. Odub just can't speak words through mind. It's
Oh,
hard
I
for Odub to do that.
see. I've misunderstood then.
Odub not seem smart, but Odub know lots. Odub just not good at mind speak.
I see. But that's okay. If anything, it's just a unique characteristic of you, Odum.
And Freehorn, good look on Lucius. Makes Lucius unique.
Thank you for your kind words, Odom. I've been trying really hard not to think about that.
He's all right. Very sorry.
It's alright, like you said, it's unique.
Doesn't even look good.
He's just gonna pat Odom on the back. Thanks, buddy.
Welcome. And for talking to Odub. Odub not feel great.
I know, buddy.
Winchester, you also come down around this time. You see Lucius and Odub conversing.
I mean, to be fair, if he saw that, he'd probably just see them walking and leave. He probably wouldn't want to intrude.
Fair enough. All right. You do continue on your conversation. I will say, Winchester, you may also get your time to speak with Odub if you wish.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
probably
gonna
good.
say-
I'm pretty sure Lucius got everything. All the questions I was thinking, so that's fine.
Oh, means. And did any of you guys want to talk to anyone else?
Who's
No.
on worship again?
You got Adonis, Odub, and then Topola and Grimzod.
Then, nah. I've already talked to the two that I'd wanted to talk to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? I'm gonna have probably Lucius. We're gonna count you out of this. Let's go with Donnie and Vera, since you guys are kind of like not doing too much.
Mm.
I want either of you to roll me a perception check. Actually, insight check. I want both of you to give me an insight check.
Very well. 17.
Okay.
All right.
My thing's still loading. Give me a second. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Nice.
One better than Donnie, just to
Just
to show dominance.
And
Your spite.
All right. So, both of you would notice this as you're kind of like, talking with the crew and whatnot. You guys have kind of noticed the relationship between Topola and Grimzod has been a little, shall we say, uncomfortable at times.
Hmm.
But kind of towards this end of this journey, you're kind of noticing they seem more comfortable with each other. They seem to be talking a bit more. And Vera, you even catch them kind of laughing with each other at some point. Seems as though they
Oh.
were going over an old story of some sort that brought a smile to their faces.
Cute.
But with that being said, your journey comes to an end, or at least it's getting there. And we're going to say, as you start re-entering the wild space system, you journey towards a planet currently doomed. But with a single seed of hope that you carry, it may not stay that way. And as you approach the planet of Toril, fortune smiles upon you. As due to the fact that you are only but a single ship, you are able to move faster than an entire fleet. Thus, it seems you have some time to enter the planet's atmosphere without too many Xerixians around. But as you approach Toril, the situation has gotten far more grim. The astral vines cover far more of the surface of the planet than it had when you left. And you see them stretching further and further out into the sky, almost breaking the atmosphere itself. You fly around the planet for a little while until finally Adonis points out the largest vine on the planet that you've seen. And he says, "There. We are to save this planet, then it is there we must go. At the base, deep underground, we should find what we're looking for. Just pray that there are still those among the planet who are willing to fight. And it is there that we will end today's session."
Woo.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sorry it's a shorter one, guys. I'm just beat.
Oh, sir, I think we all are, honestly.
Yeah, short and sweet.
You're good, man.